Proverbs 29:18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Every church needs a vision. It's crucial for developing your ministry strategies, making decisions, and deciding where you're headed next. But visions aren't a one and done. This season in particular, we've heard from many pastors that they're still living out of a vision that was embraced pre-pandemic and now outdated and maybe irrelevant. So as your church grows and the world around it changes, your vision needs to be refreshed. In this video, we'll walk through 3 steps towards a refreshed vision and provide your next step for casting a new vision. But before we get into the video, please take a minute and hit the subscribe button below. Our goal is to help pastors grow healthy churches by guiding them through experiences to align vision, strategy, team, and action. We're here to help you get your church unstuck, so make sure you subscribe and don't miss a video. Agreeing on a vision helps you empower others to lead and carry out ministry. A clear vision will first set expectations and foster unity. Second, it helps facilitate decision-making that impacts your future. Third, it creates a framework for defining ministry priorities. Fourth, it attracts talent, both volunteers and staff, and financial resources, and it defines success for your ministry. Vision is about creating a clear picture of where we're headed into the future. In other words, it's helping us understand a specific destination. So in order to discern a fresh vision, you need to do a few things. First, you have to understand the difference between a mission and a vision. A mission statement defines why the organization exists and rarely changes throughout the existence of the church. A vision statement, on the other hand, well, that clarifies where the organization is going into the future. And the vision should be refreshed every 3 to 5 years based on the direction of your ministry. Second, you need to work with a team of other leaders. While communicating the vision is one of the roles a senior pastor can't delegate, discerning the vision needs to be a collaborative process with the entire leadership team. You want and need your team to be on board with pursuing God's vision for your church. And once the vision is identified, engage other leaders within your church. While you only need a small group of leaders to develop and refresh your vision, you'll need to incorporate and empower other leaders within your church to help champion it. And lastly, you need to be bold about your changes. A strong vision both attracts and it repels. Your vision may upset people, it may even cause some people to leave your church, but it will also cause others to buy into what you're doing even more. Uncomfortable change is often necessary for your church to become the church God designed it to be. If we want to lead our church forward into the future, we need to hold tightly to our mission, but be open-handed with the vision God has for our ministry in the future. Here's what we recommend. Set aside a couple of days with a team of 8 to 12 staff leaders or lay leaders to pray, dream, and discuss what God has next for your ministry. As a team, consider these 3 questions. What will be different about our church in 3 to 5 years? What will be different about our community in 3 to 5 years? And what might God do through our church if we believed He could? What concrete, bold moves does God have for our ministry? And just a few tips for this time. First, picture what you want for the future, but don't think about the obstacles. Ask yourself, what would you attempt if you knew you could not fail? And second, put down the past. When you're dreaming of what could be, don't let your past experiences or past methods hinder your creativity. Next, don't get stuck on the how. How will you accomplish this future direction? That's going to be further defined when you agree on these bold moves. So put the how aside for now. And lastly, be bold and think big. It might start as a completely crazy idea, but incremental change will not inspire your team or your congregation. So free your mind to explore what could be accomplished. And remember again, this is not a mission statement. This is not about things you value. This is not about strategies you're going to implement. Instead, you're trying to discover the next mountain that God wants you to take, and you want to name that mountain. Well, thanks for tuning in to today's video. If you found this video helpful and would like to see more like this in the future, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. And if your church could use some help in this area, we'd love to walk alongside you. And you can learn more about us and start a conversation today at theunstuckgroup.com.